here. We're ready to go. Welcome and thank you all for coming to this evening's performance. It features the St. Louis Park Readers Theater, and it is our end of the year recital. Well, my name's Rachel Richardson, and I direct this group. My husband and I are co-founders of Maggie's Farm. He's in the back working the lighting board. And we started this group several years ago. We do it in partnership with the LenoxCC program. And tonight we are splitting the night in half. In the first half, we are going to do what this group typically does throughout the school year. Typically, they perform children's literature to children audiences. So in that way, we are a multi-generational group, and we promote active lifestyles, and we encourage literacy, and we advocate for literacy. If you watch tonight's performance and you can see yourself doing this, or you know someone who you think might work well with this group, please invite them. Please take one of these flyers, share it with them. My contact information is in here. If you are involved with any kind of organizations where you think this group might be good to perform at a function, also give me a call and we can make those arrangements. The other thing I'm going to let you know, and I have these flyers in the back of the room. You can pick one up on your way out. The other opportunity to engage with Maggie's Farm is we offer script readings at the community, at the St. Louis Park Library. No participation fee, no pre-signing up, no pre-reading. What we do is once a quarter, we select a script. We provide the script copies, and people come and you can either listen to the reading of it or you can participate in the reading of it. We have one more yet this season, and it is in August. It is August 2nd. That's a Sunday, and it takes place at, like I said, the library on Library Lane, and we will be reading Summer and Smoke by Tennessee Williams. So tonight, without further ado, I'm going to invite our readers to come up, and they are going to introduce the two stories that they'll be reading in the first half, and then we'll take just a quick break to reset the stage, and we'll go right into the second part. And then after that, we invite you all to enjoy some refreshments and get to know the readers a little bit better, and that'll be in the back of the room. Thank you very much.
Well, our first story is Double Trouble in Walla Walla. It's written by Andrew Clemens, and it's a delightful story, and it emphasizes having fun with language, rhyming words. In the story, Lulu somehow winds up creating a big problem for the whole school clientele. Unbeknownst to her how this happened, she doesn't know. And so they're trying to figure out what in the world happened. So this is Double Trouble in Walla Walla, and we'll begin.
It was an ordinary Monday morning in Walla Walla until Lulu raised her hand in class.
Oh, Mr. Bell, I feel like a nitwit. My homework is all higgly-piggly. Last night it was in tip-top shape. And now it's a big mishmash.
Mr. Bell said,
Nitwit, higgledy-piggledy, mishmash. Lulu, stop this flip-flop chitter-chatter or you'll be in double trouble.
But I'm not trying to flip-flop chit-chat. I just have this itty-bitty problem with my homework.
Mr. Bell scowled.
All right for you, Lulu. If you're going to shilly-shally and dilly-dally with all this fancy-schmancy yak-yak, then we'll just have to trit-trot down to the principal's office.
Mr. Bell hurried Lulu down the hall, and they burst into the principal's office.
Yak, my, blah, blah, looky, shh, calm down. Mr. Thomas said,
What's all the hubbub about?
Lulu has been trying to razzle-dazzle me with some kind of lippity-loppity jibber-jabber, and now I'm all helter-skelter myself. Mr. Thomas raised his eyebrow.
Tut-tut. Sounds like silly willy hocus pocus to me. Mr. Bell's mouth dropped open. He pointed to the principal and said,
Eka freaka! Lulu's got your tongue all topsy-turvy too!
Now, don't get the Jim Jams, Mr. Bell. Let's give the nurse a yoo-hoo.
Mr. Thomas picked up his phone.
Mrs. Carter, I'm going to pitter-patter over to your office. Okie dokie.
All three went across the hall to the nurse's office.
Howdy doody, Mrs. Carter. We're a little wacko-wacko. Lulu's got us talking this sing-song claptrap like we're cuckoo.
Mrs. Carter smiled at Lulu and said,
Fiddle faddle. Lulu and I are palsy-walsy. She wouldn't try any of that phony baloney flim-flam with me.
Lulu and her teacher and the principal stared at the nurse.
Wowie zowie!
Jeepers creepers!
Holy moly! You're in the same hodgepodge we were. I'd better give the superintendent a jingle jangle. Chop chop!
Wait a ding-dang tick-tock. If you chit-chat with the bigwig, then he'll yak-yak like Lulu too. If we're not very, very hush-hush about this, there could be a mongo brain drain, and everybody in Walla Walla will be talking like a herky-jerky dingling.
And the nurse turned to Lulu.
Let's get to the nitty-gritty. When did all this mumbo-jumbo start?
Lulu gulped.
Well, in English class, I had this itsy-bitsy problem with my homework, and then zip-zap, Mr. Bell said talking like this was a no-no.
The nurse looked over the top of her glasses at Lulu.
Something like this would not just happen willy-nilly. Now, Lulu, think extra, extra hard and tell me exactly what you did yesterday.
Well, it was really just a humdrum day. I was practicing ballet in my tutu, and my little brother Bobo asked me to play on the teeter-totter. We seesawed until Bobo slipped off and got a boo-boo and cried boo-boo. Mama and Papa came running pell-mell, so I went inside and splish-splash on the rub-a-dub tub, and then hip-hopped under my cuddly-wuddly Betty. Night-night to Mama and Papa and Bobo and fell asleep in a snip-snap. That's all that went on. Honest.
Lulu, it seems to me you've opened up a knock'em sock'em wibble wobble word warp. I usually don't believe in that kind of hoodoo bunko junko, but if it's going to happen anywhere, it would probably happen right here in Walla Walla.
Let's not quibble-quabble, Mrs. Carter. I'm getting the heebie-jeebies from all this razzmatazz. What can we do?
We should all say all the rootin'-tootin', crinkum-crankum, woolly-bully words we can think of. Maybe that will clear the air and close the board. Is it worth a try?
Aye, aye.
Let's do-si-do.
Oh!
Nurse Carter closed the door to her office, and then she turned around.
Lulu, let's get this harem-scarum show on the road.
Lulu stood right up and blurted out,
Ticky-tacky knick-knack, coochie-coochie-coo, hubba-bubba roger-dodgy, ooey-gooey-goo!
Mrs. Carter cleared her throat.
Hugger-mugger, hop-knob, pit-patter, bon-bon, wishy-washy, squish-quash, handy-dandy, mishmash.
Mr. Thomas closed his eyes and started slowly but picked up speed.
Incy-bincy choo-choo, teeny-tiny, hurdy-gurdy, roly-boly, ragtag, hurly-burly, rip-rap, rumble-drumble, hop-top, teeny-teeny, pop-top, nimby-bamby, hippity-hoppity, hop-top!
And then Mr. Bell stood up and took a deep breath. Put, put, vroom, vroom, honk, honk, zoom, zoom, zing, zag, clink, clank, slam, bam, fender, bender, ringy, dingy, cling, clang, ring a ding, boing, boing, ring-a-ling, zing, zing, bing, bang, boom, never, never, wigwam, turkey, lurkey, tom, tom, twitty, wootsy, tittle-tail, tee-hee-hee.
And then, without warning, words flooded into the air. Fuzzy-wuzzy, fuddy-duddy, loosey-goosey, Lovey-dovey, kissy-kissy, huggy-huggy, rinky-dinky-doo-doo. Ga-ga-ra-ra, go-go, so-so.
Frou-frou, goo-goo, poo-poo, woo-woo, rinky-dinky, arf-arf, argy-argy, woof-woof, boogie-woogie, bow-wow, super-duper, pooper-scooper.
Hippity-cloppity, clickety-clackety, rickety-rackety.
Blah, 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 ha-ha-ha.
Rip-drop, click-clack,
rip-drop,
rip-rap, eater-beater,
click-clack,
lucky-ducky,
rip-rack.
comfy-dumpy, fat cat, hee-haw, tweet-tweet, chirp-chirp, cheep-cheep, clop-clop,
Bozo,
quack-quack,
yo-yo,
yup-yup-yup.
mayday, hokey-pokey, hanky-tanky, goody-goody, yum-yum, yummy-yummy, tum-tum, gimme-gimme, gobble-gobble,
Bling,
jump-jummy,
bling, ding,
dum-dum.
ding, ching, chang, wing, ding, cow, pow,
Boo-doo, boop-doo, moo-moo, poo-poo, shoulda, coulda, woulda, better, hadda, oughta, ship-shape, some-pump,
Fine, fine, my,
my.
rag-bag, tie-dye, beep-beep, ho-ho, paw-paw-do-do, root-a-toot-zoot-zoot.
Georgie,
Looky-looky,
Hunky,
loco-yoco.
Penny, Humpty-Dumpty.
And then, suddenly, silence.
Lulu, Mr. Bell, and Mr. Thomas slumped into their chairs, and Mrs. Carter flopped onto the cot against the wall.
Was it over? No one dared speak. Lulu whispered.
Mrs. Carter, may I please have a cup of water?
Mrs. Carter sat up.
Of course you may, my dear.
Mr. Bell smiled weakly at the principal and said,
You were magnificent, sir. Mr. Thomas perked up and smiled at everyone. He straightened his tie.
I think we've done it, people.
Mrs. Carter sat down at her desk and went back to checking over her posture records.
Mr. Thomas walked across the hall to his office and went back to the letter he was writing.
Lulu followed Mr. Bell down the hallway and soon had her English homework all straightened out.
And after English, it was just another ordinary day in Walla Walla.
Bye-bye, Mr. Ding Dong.
Ta-ta, Lulu.
The end.
And
Our next story is a trickster tale. And it's a tale from Indonesia and Malaysia. And it follows the genre of trickster tales. And it has a character, MouseDeer, who's like Anansi the spider, Raven in the northwest of the United States. In the southwest, we have Coyote. In Africa, Anansi. Rare Rabbit in the south. So our trickster is MouseDeer. And this is the story.
today we're going to tell you 3 stories about MouseDeer.
Wait a minute. Did you say mouse deer?
That's right.
I never heard of a mouse deer. What is it? A mouse?
Nope.
A deer?
Nope.
Are you trying to trick us?
No, he's a real animal.
Yeah, how big is he?
Not as big as a cat.
Where does he live?
In the jungles of Asia and Africa.
What does he look like?
His legs and his tail look like a deer's.
Oh, all right.
But his face and his body look like a mouse's.
Now, you're tricking us.
It's true, and that's why they call him MouseDeer.
Well, maybe we'll believe it. Tell us some more.
MouseDeer eats only plants, but lots of animals eat MouseDeer. So to stay alive, he has to be quick and smart. He also has to be tricky, just like Brer Rabbit and Anansi, the Spider-Man from Africa. MouseDeer even plays some of the same tricks.
You know what I think? I think you're the tricky one.
No, I'm not. But there are lots of stories about MouseDeer.
And I'll bet you want us to believe they're true.
Of course they are. All stories are true, even if they didn't happen.
Huh?
So MouseDeer has his own song too, and you can help sing it, and here's how it goes. I'm quick and smart as I can be. Try and try, but you can't catch me. Now you try it.
I'm quick and smart as I can be. Try and try, but you can't catch me.
Good. Now we're ready to go. In our first story, MouseDeer meets one of his most dangerous enemies. This story is called
MouseDeer!
And
Tiger.
Ready to sing? I'm quick and smart as I can be. Try and try, you can't catch me.
MouseDeer sang his song as he walked through the forest. He was looking for tasty fruits and roots and shoots.
Though he was small, he was not afraid. He knew that many big animals wanted to eat him, but first they had to catch him.
And then he heard something.
Roar! It was a tiger.
Hello, MouseDeer. I was just getting hungry. Now you can be my lunch.
MouseDeer didn't want to be lunch. He looked around and thought fast.
He saw a mud puddle.
I'm sorry, Tiger, but I can't be your lunch. The king has ordered me to guard his pudding.
His pudding?
Yes, it has the best taste in the whole world. The
MouseDeer
king doesn't want anyone else to taste it.
MouseDeer pointed to the mud puddle.
I would really like to taste the king's pudding.
Oh no, Tiger. The king would be very angry.
Just one little taste, MouseDeer. The king would never know.
Well, all right, Tiger. But first, let me run away fast so no one will blame me.
All right, MouseDeer, you can go now.
MouseDeer ran quickly out of sight.
Imagine the king's pudding.
There he took a big mouthful. He spit it out.
That's no pudding, that's mud.
Tiger ran through the forest.
Roar!
He caught up with MouseDeer.
MouseDeer, you tricked me once, but now you will be my lunch.
MouseDeer looked around and thought fast.
He saw a wasp nest in a tree.
Oh, I'm sorry, Tiger. I'm sorry, Tiger, but I can't be your lunch. The king has ordered me to guard his drum.
His drum.
Yes, there it is.
And MouseDeer pointed to the wasp nest.
It has the best sound in the world. The king doesn't want anyone else to hit it.
I would really like to hit the king's drum.
Oh, no, Tiger. The king would be very angry.
Just one little hit. The king will never know.
Well, all right. First, let me run away so no one can blame me.
All right, MouseDeer, you can go now.
MouseDeer ran quickly out of sight.
Imagine the king's drum.
He reached up and hit it. Pow! And the wasps flew out, and they started
Ouch!
stinging
Ouch!
Tiger.
That's no drum, that's a wasp nest.
Tiger ran away, but the wasps only followed
Ooh,
him.
eat, ooh, ow.
Tiger came to a stream. He jumped in, splash, and he stayed underwater as long as he could, and at last the wasps went away. And then Tiger jumped out.
Roar!
He ran through the forest till he found MouseDeer.
MouseDeer, you tricked me once, you tricked me twice, but now you will be my lunch.
Oh,
MouseDeer looked around and thought fast.
He saw a cobra. The giant snake was asleep on the ground.
oh, I'm sorry, Tiger, but I can't be your lunch. The king has ordered me to guard his belt.
His belt?
Yes, there it is.
And MouseDeer pointed to the cobra.
It's the best belt in the world. The king doesn't want anyone else to wear it.
I would like to wear the king's belt.
Oh no, Tiger. The king would be very angry.
Just for one moment, the king will never know.
Well, all right, Tiger. But first, let me run far away so no one will blame me.
All right, MouseDeer, you can go now.
MouseDeer ran away out of sight.
Imagine the king's belt.
And he started to wrap it around himself, and the cobra woke up. It didn't wait for Tiger to finish wrapping. It wrapped itself around Tiger, and then it squeezed him and bit him.
Ow! Ow! That's no belt, that's a cobra. Help, MouseDeer, help!
But MouseDeer was far away.
And as he went, he sang his song.
quick and smart as I can be. Try and try, you can't catch me.
In our second story, MouseDeer meets another one of his most dangerous enemies. This story is called
MouseDeer.
And
Crocodile. Ah.
One day, MouseDeer went down to the river. He wanted to take a drink.
But he knew Crocodile might be waiting underwater to eat him.
MouseDeer had an idea, and he said out loud,
I wonder if the water's warm. I'll put in my leg and find out.
Wait a minute. Stop the story. MouseDeer said he'd put in his leg. What a dumb idea. I thought MouseDeer was supposed to be smart.
but MouseDeer didn't put in his leg. Instead, he picked up a stick with his mouth and put it on one end. Yeah.
Crocodile grabbed the stick and pulled it underwater.
MouseDeer laughed.
Silly crocodile. Don't you know a stick from a leg?
And he ran off to drink somewhere else.
Another day, MouseDeer went back to the river. All he saw there was a floating log.
But he knew Crocodile looked like a log when he floated.
MouseDeer had an idea that he said out loud,
If that log is really crocodile, it won't talk. But if it's really just a log, it will tell me.
Hold on. Hold everything. MouseDeer said Crocodile would be quiet, but a log would say something. Now that's really dumb.
but then MouseDeer listened.
A rough voice said,
I'm really just a log.
MouseDeer laughed.
Silly crocodile. Do you think a log can talk?
and off he ran again.
Another day, MouseDeer wanted to cross the river. He wanted to eat tasty fruits and shoots and roots on the other side. But he didn't want Crocodile to eat him first. So MouseDeer had an idea, and he called out,
Crocodile!
I don't believe this. MouseDeer called for Crocodile. How dumb can it get?
but then Crocodile rose from the water.
Hello, mouse dear. Have you come to be my breakfast?
Oh, not today, crocodile. I have orders from the king. He wants me to count all the crocodiles.
The king? Tell us what to do.
You must line up from this side of the river to the other side of the river.
MouseDeer jumped onto the crocodile's back.
1,
He jumped onto the next crocodile.
2,
And the next.
3.
MouseDeer kept jumping till he jumped off on the other side of the river.
How many are there?
Just enough, and all silly.
And then he went off singing his song.
Quick and smart as I can be. Try and try, you can't catch me.
In our last story, MouseDeer meets his most dangerous enemy of all. Can you guess who it is?
Cobra.
Nope.
Lion.
Nope.
Tyrannosaur.
Nope. This one is called
MouseDeer.
and
Farmer. Huh?
MouseDeer loved to eat the fruits and roots and shoots of the forest, but he loved something else even more.
He loved the vegetables in Farmer's garden.
One day, MouseDeer went to the edge of the forest.
He looked out at the row after row of vegetables.
Juicy cucumbers. Yummy yams.
He started into the garden.
Snap!
Oh! Ah! Ah!
His leg was caught
Ah!
in a snare,
MouseDeer pulled and pulled.
but he could not get away.
Oh no, the farmer will have me for dinner!
Then he saw the farmer coming. MouseDeer thought fast.
He lay on the ground and made his body stiff.
Well, look what I caught. A mouse deer. Oh, he looks dead.
The farmer pushed him with his foot.
MouseDeer didn't move.
Maybe he's been dead a long time. Too bad. I guess I can't eat him.
He pulled MouseDeer's leg out of the snare, and then he tossed MouseDeer back into the forest.
MouseDeer landed with a soft plop. Then he jumped up and ran.
You tricked me.
MouseDeer laughed.
Farmer's smart, but MouseDeer is smarter.
A few days passed. MouseDeer kept thinking about all those vegetables.
One day, he went back to the edge of the forest.
Tasty gourds, scrumptious sweet potatoes.
Then he saw something new.
It looked like a man, but its head was a coconut and its body was rubber.
A scarecrow? That silly farmer. Does he think he can scare me with that? I'll show him how scared I am.
MouseDeer marched up to the scarecrow. He gave it a big kick.
Take this! Oh!
But his leg stuck to the scarecrow. The scarecrow was covered with sticky sap from a rubber tree.
Let me
He
go!
pulled and then he pushed with his other leg.
Ugh.
That leg stuck too.
Oh, turn me
He
loose!
pulled and then he pushed with his two back legs.
Oh,
They stuck.
put me down!
He pulled and he pushed and he pulled and he pushed.
But MouseDeer was trapped.
Then he saw Farmer. MouseDeer thought fast.
But he didn't have any ideas.
Well, well, how nice of you to come back.
He pulled MouseDeer off the scarecrow and carried him to the house.
He put him outside in the empty chicken coop.
Well, the farmer will keep you here tonight with the help of his dog.
And that night, MouseDeer couldn't sleep. He didn't want to be dinner.
When the sun rose, MouseDeer just lay there sadly. Then he heard something.
Well, it's MouseDeer. So, the farmer caught you at last. It serves you right.
It was the farmer's dog.
MouseDeer thought fast.
What do you mean, dog? Farmer didn't catch me.
Then why are you in the coop?
Because there aren't enough beds in the house. You see, Farmer's holding a feast tomorrow, and I'm the guest of honor.
Guest of honor? That's not fair. I've been his loyal friend for years and you're just a thief. The guest of honor should be me.
You know, dog, you're right. Why don't you take my place? When Farmer sees you in here, he'll make you the guest of honor.
Really? You don't mind?
Not at all. You deserve it.
MouseDeer, you're not so bad at all. Thank you.
Dog lifted the latch and opened the door.
You're welcome, dog. Enjoy the feast.
MouseDeer ran for the forest. Then he watched from the forest edge.
He saw Farmer come out and stare at Dog.
Then he heard Farmer yell.
You stupid dog! You let the mouse get away!
MouseDeer laughed.
Farmer will have to find a different dinner now.
And then he went off, singing his song.
I'm quick and smart as I can be. Try and try, you can't catch me. And there they are.
And there they are, 3 stories about MouseDeer. Now do you believe in him?
Well, I guess so, but
Hey, who are you?
Why, MouseDeer, we are the narrators. We help tell the stories.
that's right.
Help tell. Hey, are you trying to trick me?
No.
Well,
That's good, and you know why? I'm quick and smart as I can be. Try, you can't catch me. Bye now.